Morning, Paul, to be back here at Shane's Castle and to reflect on the 2019 Game Fair and to think about this area and this area right in front, right down to the fence, and people, their faces full of anticipation of the great day they're going to have at Ireland's top country sports event. I'm Albert Titterington and I'm here at the historic Shane's Castle with my colleague Paul Pringle from the Great Game Fairs of Ireland brand. We are looking back at the success of the 2019 Game Fair. The Great Game Fairs of Ireland brand normally encompasses two game fairs, one north and one south, and the Irish Country Sports and Country Life magazine, edited by Paul Pringle here. Shane's Castle has ever been in Ireland for a while. This is an ideal time to come, see the All-Ireland Game Fair and also take advantage of a staycation or short break here in Antrim at Shane's Castle. It's a very practical site for us as organisers, for exhibitors accessing the site and for visitors attending the fair. It has very good access, 3 good entrances or exits to work from, brilliant road network throughout the estate, superb good draining ground, which has meant that in all of the years that we've been here, we've never had to cancel or even make major changes to the site. We have a variety of parking options, all of which are within easy walking distance to the main site. So it's very, very visitor friendly, exhibitor friendly and organiser friendly.
We've always had very clear objectives for our fairs and of course for Irish Country Sports and Country Life magazine. We promote and defend Irish country sports and the rural way of life. We inspire and educate the young.
We're here at the Deira Put and Take Fishery with Bobby Brands from No Salmon Netting at Sea. And Bobby fishes all over the world and he has used that expertise to try to encourage the young here at Shane's Castle.
We have 12 rods fishing here at the minute. If need be, I can put it up another 5 rods.
Right, and are the fish biting?
The fish are biting well today. I would say 99% of the children are going away with the fish.
And probably the first fish that they will ever catch?
Yes, and I hope it will lead them on to bigger things and be able to become an angler in their days.
Protect the environment and provide a meeting place and forum for country sports enthusiasts from all over Ireland and further afield. And we do this by delivering an entertaining, family-focused event packed with the very best of country sports, conservation, fine food and craft. An action-packed celebration of the Irish countryside and the rural way of life. The 2018 and 2019 Game Fairs surpassed all other Irish fairs in so many ways, with the largest number of competitors and visitors, including many from outside Northern Ireland. Packed entertainment programmes captured our biggest audiences. New trade stands from the UK and further afield offered the biggest range of quality items, with the most extensive, positive media coverage generated by any Irish country sports event ever. Good for the fair, superb for country sports, like being described as the best of any of the events supported by Tourism NI, and we picked up 2 tourism awards along the way. And positive media coverage for the event was estimated by a professional PR company at close to £1 million worth. This all included the 100,000 plus worldwide readers per issue of Irish Country Sports and Country Life magazine, 3 weeks of publicity, including a 3-hour outside broadcast on Northern Ireland's top commercial radio station U105, several BBC radio interviews, coverage in over 40 newspapers throughout Northern Ireland, and excellent television footage on international and local channels.
Country sports are very much at the core of the fair in terms of displays, exhibits, major international competitions and major stands from the country sports organisations such as Countryside Alliance Ireland, the NARGC, FISTA, IFA Countryside, Country Sports Ireland, plus many other organisations and clubs. And few if any game fairs anywhere could have displays as interesting as in our Salmon Woodcock Pavilion and our Gamekeepers Marquee. The fair hosts some of the top Irish international country sports competitions with a superb prize fund, and for 2020 we intend to increase the prize fund and international reach of these even further. These include the top Irish gundog competitions, including the Threadwell Retriever and Red Mill Spaniels events. The handlers from all over the UK and Ireland will be able to compete for a top prize in each event of £1,000 on one of the best game fair gundog courses in the UK or Ireland. Terriers, lurchers and whippets are well catered for by the 32nd annual All-Ireland Terrier, Whippet and Lurcher Racing and Showing Championships, open to all. And for various international competitions with qualifiers throughout the UK, including the 5 Nations Showing Championships in terms of whippets, terriers and lurchers. And the 2 big Lurcher Racing Championships, named after 2 of Ireland's legendary sporting icons, Mick the Miller and Master McGrath. Due to demand from the UK and throughout Ireland, we have now opened these up to facilitate the demand for places amongst terrier and lurcher owners in these areas.
Great days racing, and this, I think the Mick the Miller is a great event. For the simple reason is they seem to be run all hairy dogs, traditional type lurcher, and I think that's great. And I hope they don't change it from that. I think it's a great event. It's not just for me, but I think it sends out a great message to young lads coming forward that it shows them what a traditional lurcher looks like.
That's right. What age is your dog?
That bitch is 3.5-year-old now.
There's a bit of life left in her yet then.
Yeah. She's coming, and she's actually coming after coming from a couple of injuries. When she was younger, she got hurted. So I didn't think she'd make it at all.
Well, she's made it here today. She's done you proud today. So hopefully you'll be back again next year.
Exactly. Surely will.
Previously they had to travel large distances to qualify. Now, if they've won a race, they qualify and enter in advance.
On the 12th of November, the day of renown, McGrath, his keeper, they left Logan town. A gale in the channel, it soon drove them on. On the 13th they landed on England's west shore.
It means everything because we were up here last year and got knocked out before the final, and we're here today and we won it, so it's the best thing that ever happened. His name is Bear. Last year he wasn't as fast, but this year he got an injury and came back from it. He's coming twice as fast. Just out every day with him, galloping, walking to the last. Just build him up to the last. Spend on him on food and supplies for him.
Once again at Shane's Castle here, against the magnificent backdrop of the old castle in the old deer park, entirely safe area for clay pigeon shooting. We have again some fantastic prizes, and as you can hear in the background, the clay shooting competition here is fantastic. Some of the best shots in Ireland are here to compete for these prizes.
I really love the angling show at Shane's. It's a show within a show with casting competitions and all sorts of angling. Also trade stands and many club, fisheries and organisation stands in the Salmon and Woodcock Pavilion. Deira Fisheries Division were there, along with FISTA, UAF and Apguy Ireland. All ages can have tuition in fly tying and casting, and youngsters can use their new skills to catch a fish in the Deira Put and Take fishery, organised by NSF, where they might just meet a very fishy leprechaun. Having caught their fish, award-winning chef Emmett McCourt might even be persuaded to cook it for them.
Apart from unrivaled country sports attractions and competitions, there are many other attractions, including a living history village, a fine food and craft festival, recognised by the Daily Telegraph as one of the best in the UK, an extended bygones section, hundreds of trade stands and lots of have-a-go opportunities, plus action-packed entertainment in 3 arenas. The Great Game Fairs of Ireland have developed Ireland's largest living history festival with timelines from the Vikings, who came ashore here at the loch, through to the 1798 rebellion, which again featured the Battle of Antrim. In addition to the encampment in the evocative setting of the old ruins of the castle of Knockney, there are historical reenactments with fife, pipe, drums, cannon, musketry, and a clash of swords and pikes from Living History Ireland and other groups, and the thrills and spills of medieval jousting for the knights of the north in the borders of Scotland. One of the most attractive parts of the fair for those wishing to buy into the country lifestyle is a tented village of around 200 trade stands from all over Ireland and the UK. And all of these stands have at least one bargain. A must-stop and shop location is a fine food and craft festival with cookery demonstrations by Emmett McCourt and a huge range of artisan food products, including those by the inimitable Peter Gott with his game and wild boar pies and other craft meats from the fells of Cumbria.
We had a very strong following. People come back year after year. I mean, we were very impressed. Considering the thunderstorms in the morning and the amount of water, the ground was fantastic. But above all else, the footfall was great.
And of course, many of the country crafts are also represented in the Salmon and Woodcock Pavilion, including wildlife art, stick making and taxidermy. There are many other country lifestyle products on display and sale, including a massive range of country clothing.
But I made what size you asked now. You told me the wrong bloody size.
Oh, do you ever hear the like of it?
Because you always reckon you're slimmer than you are. Oh, it's going to fit, I can tell now. If you breathe.
What? Well, put him right. You have to help him get dressed as well. So you have to look the part.
Oh,
If I let go of the back, it might fit. With country clothing from well-known traders in Ireland and quite a few quality traders from the UK. And next up, Shane's Castle.
Shane's Royal Highland, then Shane's Castle.
Castle.
So we're really looking forward to it actually, because we go back to Shane's Castle after 4 years. So it's always clashing and always difficult to get across on the ferries and things. So we're really looking forward to it. Because we've had quite a large reception for us saying that we are going to Shane's Castle, and we put it out on our newsletter and online and things. We've had a lot of inquiries on emails and social media. So we're taking 4 of us, not 2 of us, because we think it might be quite busy for us.
Well, we think Shane's will be very big again this year. It was very big last year on our 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
Charlie, give me your first memories of the show.
The first show we were just talking here, but when it was, Albert thinks it was 1984.
84.
I felt it was earlier somehow.
No, 60.
But,
You've been with it 60 shows.
60 shows. Grief. I know at that time I was a market trader and I was doing a lot of army surplus stuff in it, and we had decided to take a lorry load of stuff down to Albert's show, and we had a small pitch. So the small pitch extended and extended and extended, and we had jerry cans and ammunition boxes and camouflage nets and clothing everywhere. And I can recollect Albert driving past inspecting the displays, and somehow he was amazed at the amount of stuff that I had put out. And he shook his head dryly out the window and drove on.
Well, we're here on a bright Sunday morning at Shane's Castle with Stephen Smith, renowned throughout Ireland and probably the world for selling barber.
I must say, the game and country fairs like this one in Shane's Castle introduce a lot of southern trade to us, and it really helps tourism in Northern Ireland. When you make the personal touch and have a handshake and they think Christmas presents, Father's Day presents, they think we'll give that guy up we met at the game fair ago, and this is how it works. This is how it works.
And you can supply it all through the year. And it's a pleasure as always to work with you.
Thank you, Albert.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
We're here with Jenny Crozier and William Connolly from Red Mills, a very traditional Irish company. I think, William, you are the 5th generation.
Yeah, that's correct. My great-great-grandfather came back from America back in the 1800s, and in 1908 they bought the factory for £40 in Goresbridge, and it's kind of grown since then.
I think just throughout everything that we manufacture, the Connolly's name is on the bag, and that is paramount too. They won't produce bad food because they know Connolly's Red Mills is on the bag. It's literally their name on the bag. So we use the best of ingredients. We have the best of the lab for testing ingredients coming in, and also the complete food going out to make sure you're getting consistency.
I think that's probably why we keep on coming out with new dog foods, because he just wants to make the dogs go better and have that extra edge over the dogs.
I heard about Bill Connolly long before I was really involved in the fairs and working with Red Mills.
Yeah.
And just what Jenny was speaking about, I can endorse everything because I've been down and seen it for myself. 4x4 vehicles, fishing tackle, boats, and a good range of top quality guns and advice on how to improve your shooting. And a fantastic display of guns by local gun dealers.
Well, coming to Shane's is an annual event and we do very well, and it's seeing all the people from the past year, and hopefully sell some guns and keep everybody in the picture and make it work.
We have Jabari, Laxon, Mendel boots, Lishimo, Hunter, a whole lot of different array of brands in stock.
Well, we're always wanting to try and get into a brand of our own, but like everything,
it takes time.
One swallow doesn't make a summer.
Well, we're here with Peter from Elite Guns of Newry. Peter, how long have you been in the trade?
We're 12 years in.
And what do you major on in terms of weapons?
Rifles would be our speciality. Long range, 2.2s, that type of thing.
Target rifles.
Target rifles, yep.
Right up to deer stalking rifles.
Yep.
See, you have a Sabatti here.
We have.
Well-known Italian make.
Absolutely, and this is for the new craze that comes out of America and New Zealand for long-range hunting.
Right.
And this gun is purely designed for that. It has a carbon fibre barrel, which reduces the weight, and it has a soft touch stock on it.
I want to change my rifle for stalking. You can supply the full package.
Anything you want. This is a Night Force, which would be one of the top of the range Night Forces. This is coming in at just a little under £4,000 for the scope only.
Yes.
And then we can tailor anything.
And if I wanted to trade in what I have, you'll take a trade in, okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This includes gun fitting and repairs and advice from gunsmiths Chris Simmons and Scott Wilson. You come from a family of gun makers, effectively. Your father was a gun maker.
Yes, that's correct.
And you have followed in his footsteps.
Yes, well, probably from a youngster at the age of 6 I started learning about guns, and then it just became a way of life where I just came into being a gunsmith and then a gun maker.
And this is one of the guns that your father made?
Yeah, this is a pair that my father made in 1988. A pair of box lock ejectors with their own single trigger mechanism. Spec that they're on, one's 20,000, one's 25,000.
And good value at that?
I think so, because they're all handmade. All the parts are bespoke. With the price, one of my customers getting a lovely piece of Turkish walnut, and he's having all of his own engraving on the bottom with his dogs from photographs. So at the end of the day, it will be a very bespoke, lovely gun.
But how important is it for someone who has, say, invested in a gun that Scott has made and wants to really, that would be their gun to shoot?
That's correct. I think it's one of the most important parts of the gun, to get the gun the proper length, cast and drop. And everybody's different. Some people are large, small, short-armed, long-armed. So most guns will fit the average person, but it's all down to dominance of their eyes. Everybody changes as they get older, so they must have their gun fitted. So they're actually shooting where they're looking. That's the main thing.
I think in terms of confidence as well, if the gun mounts easily to you, and
Yes, that's
obviously,
correct.
and that I think it's also safer.
Of course, yes. We had chaps that I fitted yesterday, and they came back in the afternoon and said, "Oh, what a difference! It feels so nice," and it's just a matter of getting confident with them, you know.
And we're delighted to have the two gentlemen here, and you're very cordially invited back again next year.
Well, that's very good. Lovely to be here,
Thank
Albert.
you, Albert.
Much appreciated.
I'm here with David Gamble from Instamold. I certainly know that a lot of my friends have lost hearing at the top end of the range, including Paul Pringle, who now has, I think, a set of yours.
Yeah, he has, yeah. First of all, we'll do an examination of the ear.
Okay.
Then we will insert a little foam block into the ear to stop the material going too far. When we've done that, we'll then jack the material into the ear and let it go hard. It takes roughly 5 minutes. Then that's taken away back to the workshop and finished off and posted out to the customer. So it is totally custom moulded to the individual's ear.
But can you put a price on hearing?
No, absolutely not. As a hearing aid wearer, definitely not. It's not a nice thing to go into a busy restaurant or a busy crowded place and not be able to take part in conversations. And had I wore hearing protection years ago, I wouldn't have that problem.
For young and old, there was non-stop action-packed entertainment in the main arena, the country sports arena, and the medieval arena. We saw ferrets, falcons, dog shows, dog agility, horse and hound displays, a donkey village.
Well, we're delighted to be in the donkey village here at Shane's Castle for the first year with the two Anns.
Yeah,
and I think it has been a huge success all round.
It has, very much so. We'd like to thank, on behalf of the Donkey Breed Society, Northern Ireland, for giving us the opportunity to attend today. And just from over the 2 days, there's been great excitement from the public and very positive feedback.
And I think like all the press really wanted to sort of stroke the donkey and just be with the donkey more so than any other animal. You know, it just seems to be, it's one of these animals that just people get so attracted to.
And looking round, there's a very handsome donkey.
Oh
behind.
yes.
And who owns that one?
That's Declan Feeney from Seaford. This is Camilla, and Camilla is owned by Declan Feeney from Seaford. Very diverse donkey. Takes part in a lot of driving activities, and she currently ploughs.
She's a big donkey.
She is indeed. She is.
And what size does the normal donkey come in at?
Usually comes in around 10 to 11 hands.
Right.
So Camilla would be standing at 12.1.
I don't like to single any animal out, but certainly she certainly catches the eye in terms of size, colour, a very attractive colour and brilliant ears.
Well, you see, she is the Duchess. Her name is Camilla.
Not named after Camilla.
I'm saying nothing.
Carriage driving, the Norfolk Warrener, dancing horses from the Coachie Stud. Looking forward to Shane's in 2020. We'll have even more fun and entertainment for everyone.
In 2019, we added several new attractions to the fair, including many competitions for the young, with several very articulate young sports people, not only winning junior classes, but also competing on level terms with their elders. We're here at Gundog Rescue and Rehoming to give the prizes for the shoot of the year. I'm delighted to say that it's been sponsored by Harry Campbell from the Sheepish Dog Bed, and ourselves. We have put up some prizes as well. But we're delighted that as a family group has won it. And we have the Corbett family. And first of all, what is your name, son?
Mackenzie.
And what age are you?
11.
And you ran your dog today as well as
Yeah.
being in the shoot of the year. And how did you get on today?
Good.
Good. Are you in the prizes? You don't know yet?
Don't know.
Okay. And I congratulated you yesterday, young man. And say what your name is.
Christopher.
And Christopher, you did very well yesterday with the Spaniel. Did you train it yourself? Or
Yeah.
did Dad help a little? Or Mum?
No.
All yourself, all your own work. And how did you do yesterday?
Good.
Well, you were placed, weren't you?
Yeah.
Against adult handlers?
Yeah.
Very good indeed. So we're here for the Gundog Rescue Children's Dog Show. And here we sit with Sam Willoughby has kindly organised on behalf of Gundog Rescue. And here we have Sean, the winner. I hear you handled your dog very well.
Yes.
And what age is your dog?
My dog is a year old old.
A year old. And her name?
Lucy.
And why did you want to whip it?
We didn't actually. I didn't actually want to whip it. We were supposed to give it to someone. But I asked my dad, "Can I keep it?" And we said yes.
Are you glad you kept it?
Yes, because she's really trying to make an improvement.
Is she?
Yes, she's very nice.
She's lovely.
Yeah, she'd bark the odd time. She wouldn't bark like all the time.
Oh, well, so long as she doesn't bark too much and she barks at the right time. Now, we're very pleased that not only to get a nice trophy, but you've got probably the best and most expensive dog bed in Ireland. It's made by the Sheepish Dog Bed Company from County Mayo. It's produced completely in Mayo. From the wool of their sheep is inside that, and the tweed is made from the wool as well. So all made in Ireland, all made in Mayo, and you're the first one to win one in Ireland. So let me shake your hand, young man.
Thank you.
And what do you think of the dog bed?
The dog bed looks very nice. It kind of looks like my...
It looks like your tweed jacket, it does indeed.
It looks like your tweed jacket as well.
And that's right, we're almost like twins. Yeah. Will you or the dog sleep in the bed?
Well, we might.
Share it.
Yeah, share it.
Well, that's the best idea of all. And congratulations again, young man. And thank you very much, Sam, for not only making sad dogs happy, but making little boys happy.
Lovely.
We welcome Philip Titterington back to the team to extend our bygones area with an enhanced carriage driving displayed by the Whip and Collar Club.
So put the date into your diary for the Irish Game Fair at